All right. Good morning. How is everybody? I know it takes a minute for you guys to get in here. So just making sure everything is set good. Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm Robin from Roaming with Rover. I'm so glad you were able to pop in with us today with our very special guest this morning, Pam from Furls Crochet. How are you this morning, Pam?
I'm doing well. Thanks, Robin. How are you?
Oh, I am wonderful. I'm wonderful. We are joined also by Mr. Max, who is asleep on my lap right now. So he may be pop. Oh, there he is. There he is. There's Mr. Max. He's like, did I hear my name? Is it time for my close up?
Such a good boy.
He is a good boy, and he is hit and miss if he'll stay with us or not. Sometimes he's here through the whole thing. Other times he's just gone. But he seems to want to be part of the show today. Yes, yes,
Aw.
yes. Well, Pam, I am so excited that you were able to join us today. We are big fans of the Furls products here at Roaming with Rover. I'm embarrassed to tell you how many of the hooks that I have. In fact, I don't even know. But
That's fantastic. That's nothing to be embarrassed about. I have a whole tool chest full of hooks. So, I mean,
yes, and I take very good care of my Furls hooks. They stay in their original box. I have a special container for just the Furls. All the other hooks, they get put in the little roll-up thingies, whatever, but not the Furls. They have their own very special home, and I'm a big fan. I just can't even tell you.
that is so good to hear.
I am. And because of that is part of why I was so very excited that you guys are going to be joining us today. So Pam, why don't you tell us a little bit about your work with Furls?
Sure. I've been working at Furls for almost 2.5 years.
Oh, wow.
And it's gone by so quickly. And my role has changed over the time that I've been here. So I started off as the affiliate manager. So the person who would help the affiliates who would sign up and give them information and, make sure that they had everything that they needed to help with our product launches or whatever. Within a few months, I had moved to become the director of marketing. So I was overseeing the different promotions and, social media, emails, things like that. And then this past January 1st, I was then promoted to Chief Marketing Officer. So now I oversee kind of the entire customer experience. So everything from packaging design, which I know you just mentioned that you keep everything in its original packaging. I just redid all of our packaging, which will be rolling out over the next few months, to still social media, emails, but product development. So I plan, what new products are going to be carrying and when they're going to be releasing, customer service, make sure our team there is all set up to go, and a little bit of web design and still overall promotions and product launches and things like that. So that side of the business now. So that's kind of what I do.
Yeah, a little bit of everything, it sounds like. So were you involved in the move when you guys moved to Texas?
Kind of. So I was working at Furls, but I'm actually located in Canada. So I work remotely. And at that time, it was July 2021, I think, when we were physically moving, and there was still a lot of restrictions on traveling internationally. So I stayed at home and just watched everything through the computer.
Darn, couldn't lift those boxes. I'll tell you, for as big of a company as they are, and I know they're not enormous, but it's a pretty good sized company. And for them to move across the states, many states, and everything involved, it was seamless on our end. There was no problems. I'm sure it wasn't on your end.
No.
But as far as customers, it was no problems. We noticed no problems at all.
That is really great to hear.
Good morning. So many of you joining in today. Thank you so much.
Oh, I see so many familiar people in the comments.
Good.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, I am always so impressed with our subscribers. They are absolutely fabulous people. They're always here to support each other in everything. And I I can't boast enough about how amazing the subscribers here are. Okay, so you got the big move done, and I assume that the location there is bigger.
I don't actually know what the location was like before. So we used to have, we contracted out our fulfillment before. So it wasn't done by the team at Furls. And so now we own our own warehouse, and the team there is, we actually have a meeting with them every single morning. We get to see the faces, and they're very much a part of the process in a way that it wasn't before we made the move. So Austin is where the founder, Harrison, lives. And that's why Austin was chosen, so that it was local to him. Myself and Lorene, the CEO, we fly down a few times a year just to kind of check in and help out and get things ready. And it's definitely it's different than it was before, because before, we had a good relationship with the team that was there, but we didn't have eyes on it the way that we do now. So now we QC or quality check every product that comes through the door. The people who are, taking your calls or your emails, like our customer service team, they, have direct access to the people in the warehouse, and, we're all very close. It's a really great team. We really are a small team. There are only, I think, 11 of us total, including the warehouse staff. So
really, I would have thought much bigger.
Nope.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I think it's about 11. So we have 3 remote team members who do all of our customer service. We have 3 of us who are remote, who do like all the operations and the marketing and, that kind of stuff. And then we have our warehouse team, and I think there's 4 or 5 of them now. So it is small still.
That is, I'm really, really shocked, because I have interacted with the customer service people before, and they are fantastic. They get back to you right away. They're extremely helpful. I had one of my, one of the specialty, I want to say it was a teak wood, but I could very well be wrong. I had one of my tips broke a few weeks ago, and I contacted them, and it was less than a week. I had my new hook in my hand.
Good.
And it's always fantastic whenever you have to deal with any of the customer service. And I have over the last couple of years, I've dealt with, asked questions a couple of times, and they're just always just amazing to work with. I was in the middle of a mess with an order, and it was after you guys had moved, but not too far after. And right at the same time, my mother had passed away, and I was doing these emails back and forth. And finally I told the gal, I said, you know what? My mother just passed away this morning. I'm on my way to go deal with that. I can't deal with these emails right now. And she was just instantaneously took care of the problem, sent me my new stuff, no questions, no issues. It was just done. And I couldn't have been more thankful for that kind of care. You don't often get that from companies anymore. And that was extremely important.
Thank you.
Another reason you guys have a place in my heart.
Our customer service team, we have a great team. They are great women. They are crocheters as well.
Oh, okay.
And,
that helps.
They get it. They get it.
Yeah.
They know how important the tools are. I mean, you can't crochet without your hooks.
Right.
Or your yarn, or, and we know that a lot of people who do use Furls tools have come to us because of the ergonomics and the hand health. And then when you lose the ability, or becomes difficult to do the thing that brings you joy, it plays a lot into your, your mental health and just your overall happiness and well-being. And,
your well-being.
And so we know how important our tools are to the people who use them for that purpose. And we want to make sure that you're able to continue doing what brings you joy. And it brings us joy. And like I said, the women who work our customer service channels are fantastic people. And they really do just want to make everything right, because they get it. They crochet too.
So the hooks are amazingly beautiful. And I was wondering, How do you guys come up with your designs?
I'm sure it was different a few years back. I'm very fortunate. I get to do the design for the hooks. So
Really?
I'm wondering if I can actually show you some of the inspiration, let me tell you a little bit about it. So
Okay.
I'm assuming you're asking mostly about the resin hooks, like the ones with like the swirls and the combinations of
Sure.
colors. We'll start there.
Okay, because those are my favorite.
They're the most fun to design too. They really are. So what happens usually is we have to do some zodiac hooks every year because people, we can't stop now. There's
That's
still
right.
6 or 7 zodiac signs left, so we're getting through them. I may have something to show you a little bit later.
Ooh.
And so what I do is I take a look at the sign and I do a little bit of research and I figure out what colors best represent that sign. So for example, Sagittarius is one where it is ruled by the planet Jupiter, which uses the colors purple and yellow. So then I will go and I will, look at all the different shades of purple there are, all the different shades of yellow there are, and kind of come up with different combinations that I think might look really pretty. I then put them together in like a little chart with the different ratios of purple to yellow. And we got to have glitter in there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the glitter. We love the glitter.
We have to. And so I add that in, and then I send that PDF to our manufacturer, and he's a lovely man named Armand, and him and his team, they take what I've kind of put out there, and then they come up and they make different samples. And then sometimes the samples come back and things are a little bit, they don't translate very well into, you know what I mean? Because sometimes the colors look great on paper. We get the sample, we're like, not quite what I was picturing. Or maybe it looks too much like a hook we already have and we just didn't, you don't know. And so once we've finalized what the hook will look like, then we put it into production and wait for it to be ready. And then it shows up at the warehouse, and then it's sent off, and then we send it to some of our affiliates, and then I do the photography, and then we get everything together, and then we're ready for our launch. So it's actually a process that takes months and months. So
that is amazing. So I noticed somebody asked about the Gemini, and you did mention that eventually you will have all 12 signs.
Eventually, yeah. So currently we have Taurus, Aries, Aquarius, Pisces, and Virgo. So we have 5 of the 12. We are, I guess this is a good time to talk about it.
It's a good time.
Today is the start of Sagittarius season, and our early access subscribers will have just received an email with a link to Sagittarius. So I can actually show you a little bit about the process, because I have one of the original samples, and then I have what we actually ended up going with.
Oh, yay!
I'm sure that'll be a little bit exciting.
World premiere right here, you guys. World premiere.
Okay, let me find where it went. I have all my tickle trunk, or my tool chest here, full of my samples.
Oh,
I just have to remember.
I know.
Where?
Yeah, I was
here we go.
So excited when I got the email, and I immediately went in to look at it. And then when I saw it was going to be released right in the middle of our show, I'm like, oh, how perfect.
So Sagittarius colors are purple and yellow. We got our first sample back, and we used to do a lot of like silver glitter. This time, because of the yellow, we wanted to do some gold glitter. And so the first sample that came back, this was not the one that was approved, but it looked like this. So it had like a softer yellow, and it was definitely more yellow than purple. The purple was a little bit too pink. It didn't translate well into the hook. So then I went back. Oh.
Yep. We want to see you in your hook.
Okay. So this was the original sample.
Okay.
Not quite what we wanted. We needed something richer, because Sagittarius is also one of the signs of that symbolizes royalty or something along those lines. So we wanted something a little bit with more depth. So then we went back to the drawing board, And this is where we ended up with this dark, deep purple.
That is stunning.
More of a mustard yellow swirl. And then look at the rainbow glitter.
Oh.
So this is our first hook with rainbow glitter. So you can see the difference.
Oh, big difference.
Between the two.
Yes, that one is so much prettier.
So this is why sometimes it takes a little bit of work. Something else that's different about this hook, aside from the fact that it has rainbow glitter, it's our first one that does, is we actually released it with 2 never before seen sizes in our resin hooks. So typically our resin hooks go from a 4mm G up to a 10mm P. But since this is the time of year where you're going to use those, big, beautiful jumbo yarns, bulky yarns, we actually released a 12mm, which we called PP because it's in between P and Q, and a 15mm Q.
Oh my gosh, those are gorgeous.
So only available in Sagittarius. They're the same height. I know it looks a little bit different because of how I'm holding it.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm glad. Oh man.
They're all the same size or same length. Now available in 2 new sizes. So these are the only resin hooks that come in a 12 and a 15mm. And right now, today, they're only available for early access subscribers. Tomorrow, they'll be available to everybody. But if you subscribe to our early access, you get them for 25% off too. So,
wow. Yep. I'll be doing a little shopping when we're done here. Yeah. I mean, I already was planning on it, but the big hooks is so nice to have the big hooks handy. Because even if you don't plan on making something, every now and again, your yarn just isn't working up right. And so you need that bigger hook. Oh my gosh. That is so, so beautiful. My favorite color is purple. So I am always drawn to anything with the purples in it. And yeah, that is gorgeous. We did have a question, and any of my folks will tell you I am Furls all the way. And I do own other hooks. I mean, don't we all? And I, of course, can't reach anything because I have a Max in my lap. Last night I had the little dog, and him I can move around a little bit. This guy's very no moving when Max is in your lap. But and I have tried. I know a lot of people like the clover, and it does not fit my hand. The Furls fits my hand perfectly. I have a little bigger hand. I am not dainty by any stretch of the imagination. And I find that the Furls hooks, they've got a nicer feel and a nicer hold for my hand. I have had people tell me, including Miss Dana, that, and Dana's a big, big supporter of this channel. Is there any chance you guys will making a little smaller size hook? Because I do know a lot of people have the smaller hands, and that is the only negative I've ever heard about Furls. Is they're beautiful, they work wonderful, but they're just a little big for my hand. And
well, I have small hands. Like I actually have small.
You look dainty.
They're I think it's the digits are tiny. They're short. And we have a couple of different lengths of hooks already. The main, what's the wording I'm looking for? What makes our hooks ergonomic is actually the width of the widest part. So I'll get to the lengths in a moment. But no matter if you have one of our taller hooks or one of our shorter hooks,
look at that
is the same regardless. What that width does is it's roughly 17 millimeters in diameter. Okay. And it has to do with your metacarpal phalangeal joint is in here. And that's what makes them ergonomic. Because if you're taking a smaller hook, like let's say we'll use the pen for an example, you're pinching down to hold it and it's putting pressure on this joint. It's causing muscle strain and tension. By relaxing that joint by using a wider hook. So for all Furls hooks, you should always be holding it at the widest point. So if you choke up on your hooks, you're going to have to work a little bit to make sure you're using it at the widest point to get those benefits. Okay. And what that does is it helps relax that muscle, relax that joint, puts less pressure and tension, which is what prevents a lot of your hand fatigue, giving you, better stitching, better control, all of that good stuff. So we less pain. Exactly. We do currently have 2 lengths roughly that our hooks come in. So our streamline hooks and I keep grabbing the biggest one because it's so exciting.
It is very exciting.
So our streamline hooks and our Odyssey hooks are our longest. So these ones are 7 inches long. These ones are 6 and I'm trying to remember, 6.5 roughly, 6 3/4. So they're the longest by far. Our shorter hooks are the Candy Shop and the Alpha. So these 2 guys. These ones are shorter. So if you have a shorter hand, the shaft is a little bit shorter. It's going to be a little bit easier, especially if you're someone like me who, do you do this? Do you hold your stitches with your finger?
Yep.
Because I'm a knife grip.
Yep.
So I find the Alphas and the Candy Shops the most comfortable for me, especially if I'm doing smaller weight yarns.
Delicate work. More delicate work. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a little bit better control. I really like wood hooks for that too, because it grips the yarn just enough
a little better.
that I have a little bit better control over my stitches with this as well.
Yeah.
Now we are working again, even just doing a new color swirl takes a couple of months. So you can imagine doing a whole new line of hooks is going to take a little bit longer. Yeah. But we are working at potentially carrying some of our other hooks, like our streamlines, in a shorter length. And then,
there you go, Dana.
And then some of our shorter hooks in a longer length. So we can, because sometimes you really like the look of an alpha, especially with the swirl in it.
Yes.
You don't want the length. And then the same thing for our swirls. You like the look of the acrylics, or the resins, sorry, but you need something a little bit shorter. So we're working on it. We are.
Yeah. And I must really have monster hands, because when I hold it, I'm this kind of a holder, but like with the shorter hooks, what happens for me is it hits right at the edge of my palm and it literally rubs a sore there. And
that's not good either.
And the longer hooks just meld right into my hand, and they're so comfy.
If you haven't tried our hooks before, there is a 90-day return policy. So if you try it, it's not for you. You just send it back. You get your money back, just in case, because we know, one of the things about buying online is that you don't really know until you get it if it's going to work for you. So that way you get to try it. You get to try it for a couple months, make sure it's for you, and if not, send it back.
And again, you guys, I have had experience with their customer service, and it is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. You won't meet a more caring set of customer service reps. They are fabulous to work with. So I've never had the pleasure of working with the 2 ones you were showing. And I'm going to mess the names up. Yeah, those gorgeous, beautiful hooks. I'll be honest, they're outside of my budget. And that's one of the things I love about Furls. You have everything from an entry level up to absolutely stunningly, amazingly beautiful. And
they do range in price significantly, for sure. I don't even know if I have one here. Our streamline wood camwood hook is $17. So that would be the lowest priced hook that we have. Our streamline woods increase in price a little bit until you get to like our specialty ones that have
I have that one.
This is our Cruella.
Yes, it's so pretty.
Maple. We also have
the peppermint,
a carousel, which is
I don't have that.
Yes. Isn't that pretty? It looks like, those carnival, like the merry-go-rounds with the horses, the pole on the carousel. Yes. Yeah, that's what the inspiration of that one came from.
Pretty.
And then we have our resin hooks, which start at $24 US. And the ones that are a little bit more are the Pride hooks, because the way they're poured, it is a lot more labor intensive. And then you have our Odysseys at 36, our Candy Shops are 54, and then our Alphas start at 84, but they go all the way up to 189 was the most expensive one we ever released. And it has more to do with how expensive the wood blanks are to get. So, but they're all hand carved. Actually, all of our hooks, every single hook we have is handmade to some degree. Even our Odysseys.
I did not know that.
Yeah, even our Odysseys are hand cast and poured, and then they're polished and spray painted with automotive paint on this part. These ones are nickel plated, but they're still all done by hand. Every single one of all of our hooks. I think the only products we have that aren't done by hand is the yarn. So
that's amazing. So, and we'll be fair. I can go to a box store and buy a hook for $4 and I'm getting a $4 hook. Mm-hmm. And that is one of the reasons I push you guys so much is like, we use these things for hours and hours and hours every day, every week, every month. Hundreds and thousands of hours we're using these products. It is worth it to spend $20, $30 on something that is going to be comfortable, make it easier to do your job, and have a good backup. And the fact that everything is handmade, it's just like our yarn, you guys. We are willing to pay a little extra money for some specialty yarn. The hook is going to last you for years and years and years. And normal people, I mean, not me, of course, normal people buy your yarn and you make something and you're done. Yeah. Of course, I just look at it and fondle it and touch it and admire it because I'm never going to use up all the yarn. But the hook, we use it every single day. And whoops, did Daddy scare you? And you have to remember there are sales all the time. And that's the first thing I tell somebody when they say, oh, I can't afford one. And I get it. I mean, I get it. I understand the tight budget to where even $20 is completely out of the realm of possibilities. But they're just like this one. You guys are putting out this beautiful, beautiful new purple hook. And right off the bat, it's 25% off.
Yes.
You've got your Black Friday sales. I have, that is so pretty. If you accidentally dropped one of those in my mailbox, I wouldn't be sad.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. It is, you guys, I just bought some hooks where they had buy 2, get 3 free. Are you kidding me? When do you see sales like that? So find the hook you want, make a list, and watch for the sales because they are. The first time I saw a sale, I went, oh, and I bought a bunch. Not realizing that you guys have sales all the time. And sometimes it's just for a specific hook. Like I think the buy 2, get 3 free was for a specific hook. Yes. And like this, where it is,
I can't see you. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. See, and here I am talking away. Let's do this. I forget.
There we go. That's okay.
With sometimes it's a specific hook. Sometimes it is when you're premiering something. A lot of times it's just percentage. And I know Mother's Day, you always have a sale. Black Friday, you always have a sale. Christmas time, you always have a sale. There's always a sale. So, just kind of be on the lookout for the sales. Sign up for the website. And so you get the emails, just like this one, this pre-sale. And I'll tell you what, when the sales come, certain sizes sell out quickly.
Yeah.
They really do.
They do. And actually this, if you don't mind, I might clarify something. We've had a couple of comments because we did have 2 massive sales recently with the buy 2, get 3 free. And we had a lot of people asking if we're going out of business because we're out of stock in some things. And, that is not what's happening. As you can see, we release a lot of new product all the time. And we very quickly run out of room in our warehouse because the warehouse isn't getting any bigger, no matter how many new hooks we carry. So what we've done is it's a discontinuation sale of specific products to make room for new stock. So it's not going anywhere. The reason we are out of stock in a lot of things is because people are buying them. Not because of any other reason. As fast as we can get some items in, like I mentioned, they're all handmade. So there is a bit of a ceiling on how many, especially for the Odyssey hooks, how many we can order per week. And we max it out. So, so it is not for any other, no nefarious reasons here. We aren't preventing you from buying anything. I promise we want you to buy our products. They are just being purchased the moment they hit the site for a lot of things. So,
and they do. I know when the aluminum one came out, I couldn't get to it for a day or two, and they were just gone, just gone.
So that was a test. It was a product that we hoped people would like. Do you know what I mean? Like we don't have anything like that, and I guess we kind of don't anymore at the moment. But it is a streamlined hook that's made of aluminum, and it's beautiful. It crochets like a dream. It's sold out immediately. And then we have they're in production right now. They're just taking a lot longer than we had hoped. Things are out of our control. I'm sure you've all heard that supply chain issues are still happening globally. Raw materials are hard to come by.
Yeah.
The cost of everything is skyrocketing. It's taking a little bit longer, but these will be coming back. Oh my gosh, fingers crossed by the end of the year. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Okay, you guys, we are getting so many headline news breaks. I want, and I had told you I wouldn't interrupt you, but I did want to mention, and I think most of you guys know that Ola Jo is an affiliate. She's got an affiliate link. I am also affiliate. I, however, have not been able to figure out how to make my link work yet. I am computer challenged.
We will get you hooked up, Robin. We will figure that out for you. Don't worry. We will.
I spent and it's not even through you guys. It's my customer service was through a different company, and I'm like, I can't figure this out, and they just keep sending me canned messages. So for like a month now, I haven't been able to get my affiliate link up. So please, I accidentally blocked. Ola Jo went to put her affiliate link up. I accidentally hit the wrong. I hit a block instead of allow. Ola, I did not mean to do that. So you guys, if you want to use an affiliate link, please feel free to pop over to her and use her link. All you have to do is hit the little button, and we get a teeny tiny little spiff anytime you order anything through an affiliate link. And I think we're also supposed to tell you that we are an affiliate. I'm not doing that because so far I haven't figured it out. I will.
Links are great because they don't. It's the same price for the customer whether they use one or not.
Right.
It just helps, creators like Robin, Andrea, Ola Jo, to continue doing what they love to do as well. So please use them as often as you can.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, it helps everybody. It helps you. It helps the creators. It helps the company. And even when there's a sale, it's the same sale price. Nothing changes when you go through somebody's affiliate link. It just helps that person.
That's right.
So on your guys' end, it doesn't hurt anything. So we might have some more of the aluminum ones coming out. Super exciting. And this is something else that I wanted to mention. A good customer service. I broke one of my hooks recently, and it was one of the specialty wood ones. And again, I say teak, and I don't even think that's right. It's so pretty. Oh, I don't have a dog in my lap now, so now I can actually reach my stuff. Hear her dad moving in the kitchen, and that's way more important than being on TV.
Food might be dropping.
Yes, exactly. So this is the hook that I have.
The Duke.
Yes. So beautiful. Well, the end, it just, because it's a delicate end on it, and it broke. It just broke while I was in the middle of a project. And so I contacted them, and not only was the customer service amazing, they said that was one of our specialties that we don't sell anymore.
Yeah.
But we have some set aside for this very reason. So even a discontinued product, they may still be able to get that for you.
Yeah. Yeah. We try to set a few aside of each hook in each size, just in case. You made a really good point about them being delicate. It is a stick, essentially. It is a stick. We've carved a tip into it. You know how sticks can break. That's just how it is.
Yeah. And mine came... There's that word again. Mine's separated in the natural,
the grain.
Yes, thank you. The natural grain of the wood. Yeah. It's separated and snapped there. So
that kind of stuff's covered under our warranty. Yeah. So I mean, if something like that happens, it's covered. We will replace it for you. Preferably, hopefully, with something with the exact same hook. There are times where we can't, and so we try our best to,
Yeah. And I even told him, hey, if you don't have the same, I don't care. I just need a hook. It's so pretty, but I just need a hook. And it was funny. It didn't actually break off, but all of a sudden my yarn was catching with every single stitch. And I'm like, and I went on for a long time. And I'm like, I grabbed it different. I'm like, okay, there's something wrong with this hook.
And I'm glad we could take care of that for you.
It was fabulous. So why don't you talk about your warranty? Because again, your warranty is quite good.
So our warranty covers any defects in the hook. So if it arrives damaged we can't control what postal services do while it's on, it leaves our warehouse in perfect condition. How it arrives sometimes is outside of our control.
We've all got those boxes.
So we've seen how some boxes arrive on porches. So we, if something happens outside of your control, so if, like Robin said, if there is something on the tooth that gets snagged, again, we've quality checked everything, but there is human error. We are just, we're people. Or if there is let's say you're using an Odyssey, just because this is made out of 2 separate pieces and there's like a plating issue or something breaks off for whatever reason, outside of Max wanted a snack and ate your hook while please
very luckily they don't do that.
Yes. If you set it down and it rolls off the table, please do your best to take care of your hooks. We're actually going to come out with some products that might help you take care of your hooks a little bit better. Keep them safe from rolling off the table, perhaps. So just keep that in mind.
Nice.
But
one of my viewers the other day, that happened to her. It rolled off the table, hit the floor, and the head snapped off. And she's just, and somebody said, oh, it's covered on the warranty. I'm like, not for that. Sorry. I knew it wasn't. And I remember it was a couple of years ago where you guys changed that policy. And I had remembered that change because I'm a Claude and I'm the one that's going to happen to. So I just kept that in mind. I mean, that's the way it is.
We did have a significant number of people take advantage of certain aspects of the policy. And we had to be a little bit realistic about what we were able to carry or able to do and what, as a company, what should we be responsible for and what kind of falls on your shoulders a little bit. I get it. Huge klutz. I will say though, when I was at the warehouse in May, all I did was count hooks for a week. That was my job. That was why I was sent there. I counted 30,000 hooks. So, also, I dropped a lot of them on a concrete floor because our warehouse is concrete. And I will say, out of all the ones I dropped, I think there were 2 or 3 where it actually snapped. So, not to say it doesn't happen, because I've broken hooks in my time as well. And I know sometimes it just has to hit in the wrong way, and it'll happen.
And I think maybe, I don't know, I'm just making stuff up as I go. As I am wont to do. Maybe the thinner ones have a tendency to break easier, perhaps?
I mean, the thinner they are, the more likely, the less surface area they have, the easier. It'll be like the difference between snapping a twig or snapping a tree trunk, This is how it goes. And
it is.
Crochet sitting down. And then make sure you put your hooks into, we actually have a lot of storage cases as well. We have our leather clutches, which hold 7 hooks. Is this upside down?
Beautiful. I want one of those.
You did. So this is really handy because then, it can't roll off if it's tucked away. We have our single hook holders. We're coming out with something else. So if you just want to put a hook down on a table without it rolling, we will take care of that in a moment.
That's the scary thing, is the rolling off.
It is. So
and and then if you set it in the couch so it doesn't roll off, the couch eats it.
I have a really bad habit of putting it in my ponytail, like a pen, and then I forget it's there until I take out my ponytail, and then don't do that.
I have a friend, one of my subscribers, she always sticks hers down here, and she's like, Now, don't tell me you haven't done that. And I'm like, I really never have. And I had to think about it because my collars are up higher. So I don't have the easy access that she does. But hey, it would work. And I thought about it when I was wearing a t-shirt one day.
That's funny.
I'm not used to doing that. But that was so funny when she said that because I never had thought of that. But it's just what we get used to doing. What happened to me, and this was when we were in the motorhome. Obviously, you don't know. We toured the country in a motorhome. Wow. Thus our name, Roaming with Rover. We were traveling the country with the dogs. And by the way, that's Max in my site's picture. That's him in the driving. And so we were in the motorhome one day, and I was crocheting my beautiful purple crochet hook. I think it's the Pisces. I don't remember.
The Taurus.
The Taurus. Okay.
Yeah.
And I set it down, and it rolled off the couch, and I looked and looked and looked and looked and looked. I could not find that thing anywhere. The only thing that I can think happened is it rolled under the couch into the track of the slide. And so it buried in there, or when we moved the slide in, it shot it out. Never found it. I have replaced it. But yeah, so the couch eating hooks is a real thing. Yeah. It's a real thing. Oh my gosh. So beautiful.
So that's the Taurus beside the set. So you can see the purples are so different.
So different. Yeah. Oh my God.
I mean, the lighting's not the best here, beautiful. But yeah, they're really pretty. Batman was asking how fragile are they? So as Robin had mentioned, depending on the size of your hook, the thinner the hook is, obviously the more susceptible it could be, depending on how you use it. So if you are a really tight, stitcher, maybe loosen up a little.
I am. I'm a very tight stitcher, and I've had no problems.
Perfect.
No problem.
Our breakage rate is actually ridiculously low.
Yeah,
I don't remember the number. There's a percentage, like it's something that we are very well aware of. I can't remember. That's Lorraine's department.
Yeah, and I've used my furls exclusively for 2 years, which is basically how long I've been back into crocheting. And this is the first time I've had a problem with one, and it didn't break. It's just, like I said, the wood grain is separating, which like you said, it's a stick. It's a stick, and it's one of the thinner ones. So likely doing this 18 million times, loosen that grain up a little bit.
It's possible. Yeah.
And, because again, I'm a tight crocheter. I usually have to go up at least 2 hook sizes to make gauge, because it's like this.
Wow. Yeah. I was a yanker too. So I remember, Crystal, who's actually our operations manager, and she's the creative director of Crochet Foundry magazine. We actually met 10 years ago because she tested a pattern for me. So we used to be designers and bloggers ourselves. So when I say we understand, we get it. We support our creators 100%. That's what we did first. And I remember she was trying to hit my gauge for, it was a hat. It was one of my very first designs. And she couldn't get the height because her stitches were so much taller than mine. This was pre-Furls. I think Furls hadn't even started yet, because this was Furls just turned 10, and I designed my first pattern, I think it was 10 years ago. So it was just like at that same time. My stitches were so short because I would yank up so much. She couldn't hit my gauge, and her hat was like a tube. It was so long. So I get it, Robin. Yeah, same here.
Yeah, it's I've got a call, and I got a new phone, and I can't work the thing. Somebody tell me how to turn off my phone. Okay, I think I got it. I am a dyed-in-the-wool iPhone user, and they convinced me to go with a Galaxy because the camera is amazing. And I'll give them that. The camera is amazing. I can't use the phone. I can't figure the thing out. I have maybe mentioned a time or two on here how much I hate this phone. But yeah.
Most of the photos on our website are taken with a cell phone.
Yeah, I do all of my videos with that phone now. And when I started doing it, I'm like, I've only got my phone. I hope this is okay. because you can't buy a camera anymore. It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
I went to the store to buy a camera and I ended up with that cell phone. And
yeah.
So yeah, and I mean it does a fabulous job. It's really amazing.
Really does. Yeah.
Well, I think everybody knows about Furls crochet hooks. You've got some beautiful accessories. I believe I bought myself one of the necklaces, and I love my needle holder. I think I got the needle holder when it was peppermint.
Oh,
it's a swirly one. It's so beautiful.
We actually have the Cruella.
There's 2 sizes, right?
Yes, we have 2 sizes. We have small and large. We have carousel now.
Oh, look at that.
One? Where's that? There's a little F on it.
There's a chance I have both of those.
Small and large. So these will hold your tapestry needles. I have one. Oh, here we go. This is the maple one. It has mine in there. So the lid just pops off and then.
Yep. And it holds quite a few.
It does. This is, I could hold way more than that. I don't know if you can see in there.
Yeah.
There's nice. Like 5 of them in there. 4 of them. And then, the lid just goes like a little hat. And then that way you're not putting your hand in a pocket in your whip bag and stabbing yourself like I used to do. So
yes.
It was awful. And you don't lose them in the couch or on the carpet. So those come in 3 different woods. Maple, teak, or carousel. Yeah.
That's beautiful. So even if, like Miss Dana, who struggles with using the actual hook, there's a ton of products that are still very well made, good quality, handmade products that you can get. So what else is on there that I love? The bowls, the yarn bowls, which are always sold out, always.
We have more being made. So they're on they're on order. I think this one's my favorite one. It's our Pine Minimalist. So we have this one, and then we have a traditional shaped bowl as well.
Yeah, that's the one I have.
Yeah, we
love
metal ones. I think we still have some aluminum bowls left. So I'm trying to. Oh my gosh, I have so many yarn bowls in here. So it's our aluminum one.
Yeah, that's really pretty. That's a beautiful. Now see, and this is just like yours. Those are 3 very different styles.
Yes.
And like that aluminum one, not my style at all. The wood one, all day, every day. Oh yeah, and I love that.
Our Odyssey bowl,
ceramic bowls. Yeah.
So
pretty.
So these ones are actually resin.
That's resin.
They're resin. Okay. They're just like our candy shop hooks. Or the resin handles on the Odyssey. So these handles are resin as well.
Yes.
And we always get the colors that match the Odyssey hooks. So we have hook stands. Yep. We may have some new ones coming out soon. What else do we have? Yeah, we have our leather products, which we're redoing as well. So they're going to be better than ever. And we have yarn. We have our Wander yarn.
The yarn.
We have pattern kits if you want to make a pattern. We just released one with Jonah's hands. So he designed a gorgeous blanket for us, and it's available as a kit. He's also doing a fundraiser to help raise money. He was adopted in Ethiopia, and there was a school that he would have attended called the Teza Gerba School, the Teza blanket, and he's actually selling the finished blanket he made. And all that money is going to go and buy desks for the students because they're currently sitting and learning on a concrete floor.
Oh no!
So Jonah's he's going to fix that. He's such a wonderful person.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, and I love the way his sparkle, his personality. It's nice. It is nice. One of the things, and I'm glad you mentioned that, Dana, the weight of the Odyssey. You wouldn't think there's that much difference in the, what is it, an ounce difference in the weights. And those are the ones I love. Those are my favorite. I cannot use them. I start getting neck and neck pain right in here when I use them. I can use them for a little while if I'm going to crochet for a little bit. But when I'm sitting down to crochet for 2 or 3 hours, it took a while to figure out that it's that hook. And somebody else had mentioned it. And I'm like, really? Give me a break. And then when I tried it out, I'm like, oh, this is a thing.
So with these hooks, so yeah, the tips are made of pewter, and then they are nickel plated. So pewter, as you know, is one of the heaviest metals. I'm not sure about all the weight of metals. It's a heavy one. And so what happens is I like using this hook with a very lightweight yarn, just because the weight,
smaller ones. That makes sense, because I was using the bigger ones, the J and the K.
And what you also have to remember is if you're using a heavier hook or you're using a wider hook, so for those just using furls for the first time, you're going to use your muscles in a different way. And so it's going to be like a workout. And for some people, there are people who will only use Odyssey. They will not use anything else. They can't use anything else. They love them. There are people who it's not for them. And that's okay. And that we have lots of different styles of hooks for that reason. Different weights, different materials, different lengths. So I'm sorry that
I'm going to do that. I'm going to try the smaller one. I'm going to try because I've got a project where I need a G hook, and I'm going to pull out my Odyssey, because I'm pretty sure all the sizes, if not all, most of the sizes. But I know at first I was buying the bigger ones because that's the ones I use the most.
Yeah.
And of course, I would never mail it back. That's not going to happen. But that's a really, really good point for those of you who have not tried it, who are kind of afraid of trying it, or, just like this. Ooh, if it's that heavy. And it's not heavy, not by any stretch of the imagination. But if you're a person who gets to sit and crochet, and at that time I was able to crochet for 5 or 6 hours a day. That's not even the case anymore. I'm lucky if I get an hour in every evening. So it might be something I can do again. But at that point, and I hadn't crocheted for years, so my crochet muscles were out of shape. So it might be something that I can absolutely do again. But with that return and that warranty, absolutely try one of those. Try the different ones and see which ones work better for you. It's the same with the Streamline. I love the acrylic. I love the wood. I tend to grab the acrylic more often. The wood is like a feather. It is so light. So light. But I also know, just like you mentioned, different yarns react differently to different hooks. Natural hooks, natural yarns, acrylics, and things. And sometimes you'll find just a little bit of drag, and it's just annoying enough. Switch the hook and go. It's funny. And so I know
why you need one of every hook.
Yes. You need every size, and that's what I'm working towards. Every size and every hook.
That's a good
problem. Is I'm getting close. And then you come out with new colors, and then I got to buy more of the sizes in the different colors.
Yeah.
Right, Ola? We got them all. Except the aluminum. I couldn't get my hands on one of those.
Soon. So the aluminum is going to be heavier as well, kind of like the Odyssey. So just keep that in mind as well. It is
and I think somebody told me that.
It's solid metal.
It's solid. So it's not hollow?
No.
Oh.
No, they're hand poured. So they're poured into like a mold. Wow. Kind of like almost like a test tube. And then they're carved down to this shape.
That's amazing.
So they're a little heavier. So if you, there's my dog. So if you like the Odyssey, it's similar. So just keep that in mind.
Okay, that is good. So maybe I'll order a smaller size one. How small do they go?
To a G. We're working right now with a really great company to actually get hooks in even smaller sizes. It's going to require different processes and different materials, like stainless steel, something that can go very tiny and maintain its integrity. We're working on that. Exciting things are happening in the next year or two.
Boy, I guess. Now, the other thing that is interesting, and I have taken advantage of that, is the seconds. Every now and again, you'll do a sale on seconds. And I have bought the seconds. And I'll tell you what, guys, sometimes the coloring is different. Sometimes the swirls are a little different. But there is no difference in the quality of the hook. And again, if you're thinking, I want to try one, but I really don't want to spend, they're half price.
So this is an example of a second here. So this is our original Taurus hook. You see there's a little bit of mint in there. This one came out all mint. It is so pretty. I kept it.
Completely different.
It is completely different. We can't sell this as a Taurus hook. You know, it's not. But sustainability is very important to us as an e-commerce company. We have we need to take responsibility for a lot of the carbon footprint we're leaving behind. One of the things we're doing is redoing all our packaging to become 100% recyclable by April 2023. So that's a lot of the reason as well why our packaging is changing. But then what do we do with these hooks that aren't perfect, but are completely usable? Sometimes, like this is our cookie hook. It came very gray instead of white. We have this cream hook that came with some kind of orange swirl in there.
Oh, that's so pretty. And they're so pretty.
They're still really pretty, but they're not what you're ordering on this site. So what do we do in that case? We don't want to just throw them away. That is so wasteful, especially resin production is not the most sustainable product to use. So we want to make sure that we're not just filling a landfill. So we're offering them for half price. Just so that they're going to a home, hoping that maybe people who were not able to put down $24 for a hook, maybe you can do 12 and try something and maybe fall in love, see the difference and understand the investment. Those happen once in a while. So it's not something we don't order seconds.
It's not frequent. And just so you guys know, like I said before, you need to register on the web. Somebody asked what the website is, and it's just furls.com, right?
Furlscrochet.com.
Furlscrochet.com. Furlscrochet.com. And that takes you right to it. They do not spam you with messages. You get them just often enough that you go, oh, I got something from Furls. And it's very exciting. And y'all know how it is. You know the emails. And trust me, I have 3,000 emails in my inbox right now. When I see Furls, that's the one I open right now. And so you'll get a reasonable amount of messages. You'll get a heads up on all the sales. You'll get a heads up on just like this new release, the Sagittarius. And when you follow Ola Joe or when you follow me, once I get it figured out, or anybody else who is an affiliate, they're going to pop those things up. I know sometimes I've caught the sale, not even from my emails, but from Ola Joe's messages. And she pops it out on her community page. The second there is something going on, she's popping that out there. And that's where her affiliate link is. You click that link right there from that message she sent, and it's going right to Furls, right to the order. And then Ola gets her little thank you from Furls. So it's a great system. It really is. But I'll tell you what, guys, and this is from personal experience. The second you see that sale, you need to get in there and get it, because if you wait an hour, it's going to be gone. And I have even had things in my cart, and by the time I click, it's gone. So especially if it's a really good sale or if it's a size what do you think? What is your most popular size?
It depends on the hook. But I'd say and it depends on the time of year, because in the winter times we sell more of the larger sizes. Summertime is the smaller. For our Odysseys, it's actually the teeniest, tiniest sizes, like the C, the B, the D, because you can only get them in Odyssey.
Right.
Typically, H and I are the most popular sizes. Typically. But
that makes sense.
If there's something
I'm always excited I'm always excited when you have one of the bigger sizes as well, because there's so much. I think there's a bigger variety of the big fluffy yarn being released these days. And so we need the bigger hooks for that kind of thing.
We may be definitely releasing a jumbo hook.
Later good.
This year. Like jumbo jump, like big jumbo hooks,
like the great big jumbo, bigger than the Q.
like the 30 millimeter, 20 to 30 millimeter hooks. I'm not sure when they're dispatching, but we should have them by hopefully the end of 2022, along with some jumbo yarn as well.
Oh,
not our
good.
own, but we will have jumbo yarn available as well as the jumbo hooks soon.
Awesome.
It all depends on how long shipping takes to us too. So we try to estimate what we.
Of course.
Yeah.
We've talked about your beautiful hooks, and they're so beautiful, so beautiful. And some of the leather goods. Do you have any yarn that you can show us? Any of your yarn?
I do.
Here, let me just put you on the spot.
I do. Well, I have that's actually a blanket that's not released yet. I have. Let me see. Where's my yarn? Hold on. Hold, please.
I'll just take a second to say hi to people. Hey, Darla, I see that you've popped in. And I know, Ola, we need that big hook, that big hook. Who else is in here that hi, Laura. Hey, Chris. Chris made a very good point. Chris, I did want to mention that. Again, some people don't have the ability to purchase some of these things. And Chris has saved up some gift cards so that when the sales happen, there you go. You're ready to go with purchasing one of the higher end. And here's something else. That I have noticed as well. And maybe it's just me. Maybe everybody already knows this. You put your little thing in the cart and you're ready to go, and it'll give you a special on maybe one of the holders or one of the bags or something like that. So kind of have that in the back of your mind.
Save a little bit. We do have, I don't think we have any on right at this moment, just because it's Black Friday. And so we're already heavily discounting our items. The whole site is 25% off for people who signed up for early access. If you don't want to sign up, the whole site. So I get it if you don't, want to sign up for early access. And if you're willing to
do. You want to sign up. You want to sign up.
Black Friday is this Friday, which means 25% will be offered to the public, whatever's left, whatever product is left. But if you want 25% off now, you just have to sign up for early access and then you get it. It's that easy.
Doesn't cost you a dime.
No. I do have my Wander yarn here, or some of them. I did have a few.
So pretty. I have it in lavender. I have given away some of that in lavender. It is so beautiful.
It is
so pretty.
So soft. It is such a soft acrylic. It is. I'm trying to think of what it feels like, and I don't even know. It is very, very soft. It is a worsted weight yarn. It comes in currently, I think, 41 colors. So there's a wide range of colors to choose from for your next project. I was actually choosing so our yarn takes 6 months from the time we order it till the time it arrives. So it takes a long time to manufacture, mostly because it comes by boat. Boat takes the longest, is about 3 months on the ocean. But I'm actually sitting here trying to decide what colors we're going to release this summer and fall. So that's really exciting. So there's always new colors coming in. This is probably one of our most popular colors. It's Sandbar.
Yeah.
It is really pretty beige. That is such a good neutral that complements pretty much everything else. And you said you had used this lilac bergamot color a lot. I think Tina's
I'm a purple girl. Yeah, that looks so good with the green.
Yeah.
So
really
good.
Pretty. So 41 colors. We have palette packs. So if you don't know, like if you don't want to have to think about which colors to mix and match together, we offer palette packs, which is 5 colors that we've put together, and you get I don't know if you can see the tote bag on my mannequin. No, my chair's blocking it. Get a free tote bag with it too. Or you can get one of our Wander kits that we talked about. There are maybe seven of them now available on the site that you can use. Everything from scarves,
wonderful. Yeah, because it's a very the patterns are lovely. They're not your everyday, double blah blah blah. They're very very pretty. They have a lot of style, but they are not difficult. They're very
Right.
very pretty. And I am color challenged. I'm more color challenged than I am computer challenged, and I've already proven how computer challenged I am. So the kits are phenomenal because I don't know how many times I have seen something and I'm like, oh, I love that, but I don't like those colors. And I know I can't pick colors. So, everything I make is one color because I can't mix anything. And so with the kids, you have not only a color, but you've got this color and this color and this color. So all the different, usually 6 or 8 different color palettes, and from everything from the browns to the purples. And it's so nice to have somebody who knows what they're doing choose colors that actually work. And I don't know how many times I have picked colors for something and then that color is out of stock. So this way you don't have any of that worry either.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
So someone had mentioned DK weight yarn, Wander yarn. That would be so great. I agree. I think we should have this in DK as well. We don't yet. Maybe one day. That one's not something that's not currently in the works. I will put that out there. So it's not going to happen in the next couple months. But it is a goal of ours to carry multiple weights of yarns, and all that yarn also takes up a lot of room in the warehouse too.
Oh yeah, a lot of room.
We do sell out of it very quickly.
I'm going blank. You have Wonder? Is there another kind of yarn as well, or is it just Wonder that you're carrying?
We do. We have Whims, which is available in worsted and decate. It is a merino nylon blend. So it is, again, incredibly, merino, so soft. Because it is a 50-50 blend, it is very springy and bouncy, and the squish factor is really high. We have a ton of patterns available for both Wander and Whims available on the Furls Crochet site for free.
For free,
so
yes.
Even if you don't want to get a kit, we have free patterns on our site as well. So lots of ideas. And our Whims yarn actually also available in 10 packs. So you could get 10 DK or 10 worsted in one color for a really great discount. It's regular at $10 a skein. It is currently actually on clearance, so it's something that we are discontinuing. $7 a skein. Yeah. Oh. Yes, we are. But you can get a 10 pack for $50, so it's like half price.
Wow. Yeah.
Very good.
That is very good. Man, there you go, guys. Another sale. And I had a question in my little brain. Yarn, colors, weights. It's gone. What do you like to work with the most for yarn?
Fingering weight. I love to make garments. I love making
really out of fingering weight.
Wow. Oh, the drape.
Wow, I'm impressed.
It is incredible.
I bet it's lovely.
I usually use a larger hook, so like an F or a G, which is larger for a fingering weight yarn.
Fingering weight?
Yes. Because then you get and I love to use lacy stitches.
Yeah.
Or actually even using a double crochet stitch with a fingering weight yarn in an F or a G hook, it's just so different. It's not like when you use a worsted weight and use a,
Yeah. So then what kind of, okay. So the system was down for a bit for affiliates and it looks like it's back up now. Ola, if you want to try and drop that again, I promise I won't hit the wrong button this time. I'm trying to do it off on the side while I'm not looking, and there you go. Yeah. So if you do it, okay. So tell me what you would make. I can't picture that. What would you use fingering weight and a large hook for? What would you make?
Well, I have made, I'm trying to think of some of the more recent. I did a cocoon shrug, those cocoon cardigans.
Yes, I'm making one of those.
I did that in a fingering weight yarn, and I think it was, mean, it must have been an F or a G hook, because that's usually what I use. I did another one that was like this kind of cropped. It wasn't like cropped, but it was to the waist. It was like a pullover to the elbow, and it was really lacy, and so you'd wear it like over like a tank top or something in the summertime. It was super cute. I gave that to my friend. She liked it. And like just a lot of that kind of stuff is just because in the summer I still want to have those garments. I'm a big garment maker.
Oh, sure.
And
those beautiful garments.
Yeah. And so having like a thin, light yarn in an open fabric is just, it's my favorite. It's my favorite.
That's wonderful. So now, have you designed things with the fingering weight?
I have. I used to
be a
full-time designer. It's been a couple of years since I've done it. My website was sincerelypam.com. It's still there. I just don't.
So is that still available? Sincerelypam.com. Can somebody find that link and put it up? Sincerely Pam. And now I have to write that down because you know I'm going there. Where's my notebook?
So
Where's my notebook?
Yeah, it's been a long time though. Very long time. I miss
it.
You
get into other things and that's where it goes. Here we go.
Well, then someone told me, Furls needs an affiliate manager. And I said, well, what's the worst thing that could happen? And next thing you know, that's what I do full time. So
Yep. That's what happens.
I designed a few things for Crochet Foundry magazine. That was probably the last designing.
Let's talk about the magazine.
Okay.
How many of you guys knew that they have a magazine? Yeah, they have a magazine and it has beautiful patterns and it's very reasonable. My only sadness is digital. But
you're a paper girl.
It's because I have to write everything and again, computer challenge. So I buy these lovely patterns and things, and then I'm like, okay, now where do I find it? I've lost track of it. So
it is a digital magazine.
I understand.
It is. We have looked into doing physical copies. The minimum order quantity for something of that is pretty astronomical.
Wow.
And then there's the distribution with it. There's it makes it
shipping.
The cost of the magazine would have to go up significantly. So
and we don't want that.
I don't want to do that. Right now you can get it's
very affordable
monthly. $8 an issue if you want to buy them individually. We have an annual subscription where you get a free hook, a free Furls hook, and a tote bag.
There you go.
The hook is only available for Crochet Foundry subscribers, so it's not available on the site. You can't get it anywhere else. And we'll be getting a new one in the new year. So yeah, it's great if you can. If you can't, I get it. If you don't like digital, I'm not one. I'm like the worst marketer ever.
I do digital all the time. I'm just old, and I like to have a book in my hand.
I get it.
But that's the way of the world these days. It just is. So with the digital magazine, you have multiple. I'm going from memory here. 7. I'm seeing 7 people who are contributors, or is it different?
Okay, yes. So originally when we first launched the magazine in June 2020, there were 5 of us.
5. Okay, I was close.
This was outside of Furls. This is when Crochet Foundry was its own little side project.
Right.
I hadn't even started working for Furls yet. It's how I got to work with Furls, because Lorene, who's now the CEO of Furls, she was there. She was the one who kind of, come work over here too. Then for the next issue, we had brought on 2 other wonderful designers. There were 7 of us at that point. It is a lot of work. It is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
So a lot of us were working 2 or 3 jobs because we had our own design businesses. Then we had this magazine. Then there was Furls, or, other people had day job, like regular outside of the home jobs. It did get to be a lot.
Yeah.
And
actual jobs.
Eventually there were 4 of us. And then Furls actually purchased Crochet Foundry magazine. So now it is run through Furls Crochet as like our sister site. So Lorene and I are still running it. Although Crystal really is the one running it now. She's the creative director. She's the one, her and Victoria, who's also one of our customer service reps. Like I said, small team. We're all doing multiple things to make this run.
Everybody's doing everything.
Yeah. And so that's where we are now. So we went from a quarterly magazine to a monthly. We now have subscription services. It's lovely. And so now we actually have submission calls where any designer, so any of you designers who are out there who want to be in a magazine, we do submission calls. Go to crochetfoundrymagazine.com. No, crochetfoundry.com, not the magazine. And you can scroll down to the bottom and you can see when our submission calls are, and then maybe be in a magazine.
That is wonderful. Okay, Spring, you need to get on. Yeah, she's got a big puppy in the background. What kind of doggy is yours? No, don't do that. No, we love dogs. You can tell we're very dog centric around here.
He is a 1 and an almost half-year-old Wheaton Terrier. So the biggest terrier. He's a big boy. He's big, yeah. And he's loud.
They're very loud. Oh, this one is loud. Talk about loud. Yeah, we actually have taught him to use his inside voice, and he's pretty good sometimes, unless somebody walks by, then there's no stopping him.
That's what's happening right now.
There's no stopping him.
Yeah.
So the magazine is wonderful. I adore it because it has a variety of projects. So just like you said, you make wearables for the most part, and I know Darla on here, she makes wearables for the most part. Wonderful sweaters. And Darla, they need people, Darla. She is very prolific pattern writer. Amazing, beautiful patterns. The last 3 things that I've made have been, and she's the only one that ever convinced me to make a wearable. And I made my very first crocheted sweater with her holding my hand. And we did good. I mean, I finished it. So, but you've got wearables, you've got like the heavier sweaters, you've got blankets, and I can't even remember the design, but there's a blanket that's in there, and it's a Christmassy design. And I look at that, and I'm like, I got to buy that pattern. It is so beautiful. And the shawls and the hats. It's just a great variety.
I think that Christmassy one from last year, was the one from American Twisted Housewife. That was Tori Phillips. She
yes, because every time I go to her site, I bought some of her other patterns, and every time I go to her site, there's that blanket. It's like, oh, I got to buy the magazine. I'm gonna lose the magazine, and so I end up not buying it. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy that magazine.
Maybe wait till Friday. Hint.
Oh, okay.
Friday.
Okay.
Black Friday. I would wait if you're gonna buy previous issues. Maybe do it on Friday is all I'm saying.
Ooh, okay. So that's a hint, y'all. Get your previous issues on Friday. And I know you've done that in the past where you've offered up 2 or 3 for a reduced amount. Okay, thank you so much, Dana. There's Ola Joe's affiliate link. If you guys want to click on that link today and then go in and buy that beautiful Sagittarius hook, Miss Ola Joe will get a little bit of a spiff for that. Doesn't cost you a penny extra. Helps everybody out. And at some point in time, I'll have that figured out, and then I'll have one of those. But we will still get all of our breaking news headline information from Ola, because she keeps up on all that, and you know me. It ain't happening. It ain't happening in this household. I try. Okay, so the beautiful, beautiful magazine is going to be every month. It's already started every month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
started every month. You can buy a year subscription.
Yeah.
Do you know off the top of your head how much a yearly subscription is?
The annual subscription is $96, and you get the free tote bag and the free book. Yeah, and that's 12 issues.
Yeah, well, so and
I'm trying to remember how much that works out to per like $1 a design or something like that.
Yeah,
over the course of the
that's
year.
amazing. That is amazing. And I mean, the hook is it a streamline?
Yeah, I
Did you
have
say
it
that?
here.
Yeah, so
What?
there's a $22,
Oh, here it is.
$24 value right there.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So it's a G plus, which is very commonly used in the magazine.
Very
So we tried to
commonly
pick
used.
a
I love the
size.
G plus.
Yeah.
I love the G
So
plus.
4.5 millimeter. And a foundry is like a metal work shop. So that's why we did the swirls of grays and silvers, just to kind of play into that
Yeah,
foundry.
it's beautiful. Yeah. And for a person like me that's color challenged, those are the colors I use all the time.
Right?
Almost everything
Wanted
I
to make
make
sure
is
it
that
matched your projects.
Yep, it's very, very nice. Very, very nice. So then what, let's see, we're in November. So I assume the December issue is, if not out, darn close.
It is going out
Okay.
to subscribers on Friday, and then it will be available to the public a week after that.
Okay. Okay, so very, very close. Excellent. Excellent. So even again, there's something, this company has something for everybody. You know, there are people who have been using the hook set that their grandma gave them and they're thrilled with it and they never use anything else. Great, not a problem. Buy yourself a beautiful necklace, because they've got a beautiful little necklace, which I should have gotten out of my jewelry box and put on this.
I should have worn mine too. It's a little crochet hook, which you could actually use. I think it's a 2.25 millimeter, if I remember correctly.
Are you kidding? You can use that? That's so funny. Because it's about this big. It's just the cutest little thing. So now we need an earring set to match our necklaces.
I never
put that on your list.
So I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, earring set. Miss Robin said. Dina, what we were saying is they have a monthly magazine called Foundry Crochet?
Foundry
Crochet Foundry, thank you. And it's a monthly magazine that they put out, and you can buy, it's a digital product, so no paper waste, so that's a good thing, no mailing costs. So because of that, they're able to keep the costs a little bit lower, and it's very, very reasonably priced. You can buy it per magazine, or you can buy a yearly subscription. With the yearly subscription, you get an exclusive crochet hook that cannot be purchased on site. It's only for magazine subscribers. Yep, that one right there. And next year, it's going to be a different. Did I not make that up?
You did not make that up.
I did not make that up. Perfect. Because I have been known to make things up. And I just roll with it as long as it sounds good. New hook every year. And it also comes with the tote bag, which I do have one of the tote bags. It is one of my very favorite bags. It is not flimsy at all. It is a very nice, substantial bag.
It's huge.
And I really, really, really like that. They have a wide variety, and correct me if I'm wrong, the most of the pattern, the wearables are size inclusive. They go to the bigger.
Extra small to 5X.
I'll tell you this too. Yes, this is something else I love. I'm a big girl. I may have mentioned that before. I am not petite by any stretch of the imagination. The models are wearing the larger sizes in a lot of the designs. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that, because as a bigger girl, just because a pattern can be made bigger doesn't mean it should be worn bigger. There are some designs and styles that just don't translate well. And it is so nice to see a finished product, a beautifully made finished project on a larger size model. I give you guys so much props for that. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, that's
I can give you another sneak peek.
Thing. Oh, good, Dina.
Do you want me to show you what's coming in the next Crochet Foundry? And it was modeled by a 2X or 3X model. I can one moment. I have it right here.
Let me think. Yes, of course. How lucky are we, you guys? The Sagittary hook, Laura, hit today. If you for the pre-sale, so it'll
only
hit
for
everybody
early
else
access subscribers.
Tomorrow or Friday?
Tomorrow.
Early access today. So when does it hit? Tomorrow. Okay.
Tomorrow. Yeah. So this, I can't remember the name of I think this was the Millennial Maker who designed this one, but this is a sweater.
Okay, I'm going to make you big again. I'm going to make you gig.
Look at this detail on it.
Oh, look at that.
So it's like off. I'm opposite. Where's the camera showing opposite? So it's throwing me. Where did it go? Oh, so
I know. It's so hard.
Puff stitch, like looks like a puff stitch braid almost.
Is that in the middle?
Down. It's off center.
Gorgeous.
It is so pretty. So this one was modeled by I can't remember, she was 2X or 3X, beautiful woman who wore this. So we make sure that we show a lot of our items on a range of sizes.
The collar now, I can see that.
Yeah. So small, large, and 2X are the model sizes that we usually get, so that you can see different bodies, because our motto for Crochet Foundry is every body deserves beautiful crochet. And so we try to make, so this is a tunic length sweater. It's so pretty. I'm not going to show the whole thing, just a sneak peek, because it's in the issue.
Got a teaser.
Beautifully done.
All right. So all of us have to go buy that issue now. And it makes, I can't tell you how. And the other thing that is annoying to me is when I do look at a pattern and it says size inclusive and I buy the thing and it goes up to an XL. I'm like, seriously, that is not size inclusive. No. So, you guys handle it.
We use the Craft Yarn Council sizing guides. So if ever you're curious as to which size item you should make for your own body, take out that measuring tape, measure it, compare it to the Craft Yarn Council, and you'll have a much better idea before you get started. Because once you start, you don't want to have to frog it all back. Make sure your gauge swatch is on point.
Right.
And yeah.
And that's important. I know most of us hate gauge swatches. We do. But there's no getting around it. You just have to, or you're going to have a mess on your hands.
Yeah.
That's the only time I really push the gauge swatches.
I hate to do this, Robin, but I do have to bring my daughter to a doctor's appointment in half an hour. I have to go pick her up from school. It's been an hour and a half. Can you believe that?
I know. It's always like that on here. We just like to talk yarn. Yeah. Oh, sometimes these go 3 hours. It's been wonderful. You have been fantastic. I can't wait to see your new stuff. You guys make sure you go on Friday. I hope we can have you again in the future, Pam. This has just been a delight.
I would love that. And I'll make sure I have nothing scheduled in the afternoon.
Thank you so very much. We'll let you go, and we'll keep talking a little bit. So we'll thank you again, and we'll see you soon, Pam.
Thank you all so much, everybody. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, wasn't that fabulous? I am over the moon with happiness from that. That went so very well. And how many times have we done this sitting here and we'll go, we've been talking for 2.5 hours. And I don't think she anticipated that, obviously. I was surprised we got her for more than an hour. Oh, Bonnie, get to your funeral, Bonnie. Get to your funeral. That's a good thing. So wonderful stuff. So we got the presentation. Wow. Wasn't that great? We got the presentation of the new Sagittarius hook that was pre-sale today. And I don't know, somebody asked if they could hook on right now. Try it. Go in there, sign up, give them your email, and see if you can get the code. I don't know what the code is, so I don't know. I don't know. In fact, when I saw the email, we couldn't even see the hook. They had it blurred out. So I could tell it was a hook, but I couldn't tell what it was. Oh, thank you, Darla. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah. So those of you who have been invited to join my show and are half afraid, it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. It may not, Laura, because of you just signing up, you may not have, you may not get the link. I don't know. Maybe, Ola, is your link good for the the Sagittarius hook today. Maybe that's a back doorway you can get into that. So how fantastic was that to get to see that? And when I saw that ad yesterday, I'm like, oh, it's gonna drop right at my showtime. Maybe we'll get to see it. So that's super cool. And the bigger sizes, that's really nice. I like the bigger sizes. Take 25. Okay, with no space. Take 25. That's the code. But she may not. I don't know if she'll be able to access it or not. Give it a try. Take 25 is the code. So it sounds like on Black Friday for sure. Bonnie, send me an email. I think my email is right in here. Let me see here. Let me get it up here where you can get to there. Right there. Right there. Okay. For sure, it'll be accessible to the masses on Friday at the same price. The only problem is some of the sizes do sell out, and that is a beautiful, beautiful hook. So I can see it possibly selling out. Yeah, it is gorgeous. Of course, purple, me and purple. And I'll be honest, when she showed that first one, I didn't love the colors. And then when she showed what they ended up with, oh, stunning, stunning. So I'm really, really liking that one a lot. I have a ton of the wooden ones. I have a ton of the acrylic ones. I have a lot of the Odyssey, the heavier ones, and they hurt my arm. So I don't use them as much, but I still love them, and they were beautiful. But I like the idea of I'll use one of the smaller sizes because I do have a project where I want to say a G. It's one of the smaller hooks on it. So I'm gonna give that a shot and see what that is like. And Batman, I never order more stuff. Of course I'm gonna order one today. I can't believe you're even asking me that. Yes, her collection of prototypes. But yeah, I totally lost out on the aluminum one. It was gone before I could even get to it. It will not show the Sagittarius because it's just for the early access. So it'll be there by Friday. You'll be able to look at it on Friday. They'll have sizes left. Maybe not every size, but they'll have sizes left. And boy, I love those great big ones. That's nice to have some of the bigger ones. And they're coming out with some great big ones in the future. That's going to be wonderful. The yarn is delightful, and I have given away some of that yarn as my bingo prizes. I know I've got some more in there. I got to get to it. It's in the stack. I got to get to it. So make sure you come in and play bingo every Monday night. We're playing bingo, and not a promise, but there's a very good chance that there will be a Furls crochet hook in one of my future bingo prizes. Pretty good chance of that. So make sure you get in there and come play bingo with us. Doesn't cost anything, and it's a lot of fun. Let me put up where is my thingy? I think I've got a thingy that says, maybe not. Maybe not. But yeah, get on in there and get your bingo numbers picked so that you can come in and play bingo with us. Bye, Batman. See you soon. See you. She's coming for a visit. I think she said she'd be here tomorrow. I'm so excited. So excited. She lives on the other side of the state from us. So we're very, very happy when she gets to come over here. But and then what else was amazing? So the magazine is really good. I have bought a couple of them. I have not got the subscription yet, only because I have so many patterns. I have so many patterns that I want to do. And so I typically look at the magazine when it comes out. And of course, it's a couple dollars more when you wait. But I typically look at the magazine when it comes out, see how many of the patterns. And if there's at least 2 or 3 that I want, I'll buy the magazine then. I don't buy every one of them, but I do buy a consistent amount of them. And it sounds like there was a hint that the past issues are going to be on sale on Black Friday. So um, that's really good, and they're not expensive. I'm going from memory here, something like the $12 range for several well-written patterns that you can get help with if you have a problem. I think that's right in there. And then the one that I know I want for sure is that Christmas, the one last year's Christmas one, last December's one. And the only reason I didn't buy it was I think there was only 2 patterns in there that I knew for sure I probably would make. But that blanket, see, I'm a sucker for blankets. Isn't it funny how everybody is? I've probably got 6 blankets in the work right now. Dana has sucked me into her crochet along. Dana, you want to drop the info about your crochet along that's going to be starting? Doing a different crochet along at the exact same time. Thank you very much, Dana. So yeah, at any given time, I'm working on 10 blankets at a time. So that's me. That's me. And I like the wearables. They go so much faster, but I'm intimidated. I am intimidated by the wearables. Yeah, sure. Pam has a huge toolbox full of them. Wowza. And again, when there is a sale, their sales are wonderful. And when they had the when they have the seconds, I'm buying a handful of them because they're half price. They're half off. And you can't, I mean, it's just amazing. Their Christmas sale is always very, very good. Their Thanksgiving sale is always very, very good. Their sales are very good. So if you are having a problem, and just like this one, I want to say, did I hear her right? She said Black Friday, everything on the site's going to be 25% off. Is that what you guys heard? Ola Joe, is that what you heard? There's Dana's crochet along. Jump on in that. It's beautiful. So some of their higher end things, and there are things on there that are higher end. Absolutely. The leather work are high end, beautiful quality stuff. They've got a project bag. I need that project bag. And it's so compact. You would never know you could get a whole project in there, but there's a place for you to safely store your hooks in there. And they're wonderful. They're wonderful. Yeah, the seconds are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I got one that was real, I had all kinds of cream mixed in with it. It was so pretty. And then the leather goods are, and she said they were reworking their line. And that's the other thing. They're always updating their stuff. So it's not the same thing all the time. And I kind of like, even though it's sad when something goes out and you can't get it anymore, like the aluminum one, it's kind of special too, that not everybody can get that hook. That was a special hook that you were able to get. Yeah. And I completely missed the boat on that one. It was just, they were just gone. So that's kind of cool that even the specialty things though, they usually cost a couple dollars more, but not a huge amount more. So that's nice too. That is very nice too. I sound like a running commercial for them, don't I? And I always do, because that's how much I feel for their product. And I know not everybody likes it. There are a lot of people out there that absolutely do not like their hooks. And that's fine. Like I said, there's a million other things. The yarns are beautiful. They often have good sales on their yarns. And just all their little doodads, the little needle case, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. And it's just, sometimes it's nice for us to have beautiful trinkets that go along with our hobby, because this is our deal. The fiber arts it's our deal, and it's what makes us happy. And when we're happy and we're putting our love into our items and passing those things along. And I've said this before. Oh, yay, Sally. I've said this before. Not everything. I mean, not every little hat that you make is going to be passed down from generations. But I have things passed down from my grandmother that were hand crocheted. And I'm old, so you know how old that stuff is. We're talking 100 years old at this point. These are heirloom items that we absolutely cannot lose track of in our world. These are so important. and so easy to pass down. I mean, a doily can pass down from generation to generation to generation. It's not like a big old piece of furniture or grandma's silver set that maybe went to one person and then has dispersed since then. That's why I like. Oh, we got some guacamole. Somebody hit it. Somebody hit it. Get him, get him, get him. Get him, get him, get him. Block user, block user. Even though we are beautiful ladies in here, we don't need a troll telling us that. Oh, the Sagittarius 12 is sold out. It'll be back. It'll be back. Dang it. See, you guys, I'm putting you ahead of me ordering. I should be doing that. I wonder if I can do that while we talk. Would you guys forgive me if I do that while we talk? I can talk and shop at the same time. Yeah, you know that. So get on there, look at their products, and they've got that 90-day return. That's the other thing that I like about it, because I don't want to say controversial, that's not the right word, but because the okay, I am. Let's do it. Let's see how easy this is to do. I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm going to pull this up so I can go through your link. Where is it? My channel. Okay, so we're going to go to Ola's channel. OLAJOE. This is how easy it is, you guys. This is how easy it is to get in there and get one of these things. Okay, is it in your community tab? Is that where I'm going to find that link, Ola? We got to get you on here. We have got to get our, thanks, Darla. We have got to get our calendars coordinated so we can get you on here. There we go. Share a sale. Go right through there. I'm ordering, I'm trying. Okay, it's loading. I bet you they're busy. And you know, that's the other thing. Their website does not often have problems. Oh, so beautiful. New releases. So I go to new releases. There we go. Continue shopping. Shop now. I hit new releases. Shop now. We've been really lucky with not having trolls in here. Did you guys have to subscribe in order to get in? Come on. Take me there. Oh my God. Those are so pretty. Odyssey. There's the carousel streamline. Jupiter streamline? How did I miss that one? Okay, I'm not seeing it. Why am I not seeing it? What do I got to do? Let me type in Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Let's see. Oh, I think I know what you're saying, Ola. One result. You have to use the email. All right. So then, and everything else on a different day. All right. So that's why you keep telling me, use the email. Oh, and of course my email has decided not to work on the phone that I hate. Yeah. Okay. So Granny, you and me are in the same boat, it looks like. It looks like we have to go to the email that we were sent from Miss Pam, and it came from Pam from Furls. Biggest sale. Oh, here's a different sale. Gimme 30. Is that one expired already? That's last Friday. That one's probably expired already. Sneak peek. This is it. Here we go. How do I get? Do I go shop hooks? Okay. So I'm going for the email. I hit shop hooks. We're loading. Wasn't she awesome? So sweet. And I'll tell you what, I was having palpitations waiting for her to come on. I was so worried. Okay, I'm here. And here, wow. Some of their alphas are sold out. Why can't I find it? The Odyssey Blue is sold out. Sagittarius. Okay, I'm looking up Sagittarius. I'm putting that in the search. No, it's not bringing it up. It just does that. Okay. So I'm in the email. Check your mail. Okay, there's another email, which, there we go. There's a different email. Now I got to find that one through my 9,000 emails. See, while we were talking, a new email came up. Here we go. There it is. So apparently if you go to the correct email, hit the button, loading, click Shop Sagittarius. Go. Loading. They're so pretty. Aren't they so pretty? I think it just said Pam from Furls was the email. Yep, the 12 is sold out already. I'm going to get the 15 because I just bought a new P. And I'm going to get the G. To the cart. Awesome. Awesome. So exciting. So exciting. Okay. So we are getting the pretty hooks. Yeah, the email just came from Pam from Furls. Okay. You know what? Got it. Yeah. This morning's email, when I clicked on it, it went right to it. The one from the other day doesn't go to it at all. Okay. Oh, do I want to add a... What is that? Oh. No. I cannot add anything. Where's continue shopping? There we go. And I can't decide, do I want the G or the G plus? Yeah, the Zodiac codes. Right, and the code is something 25. What's the code? Who knows what the code is? It was something 25. I know, Darla, you use the basic. I was thinking about you when I was talking about people not using. What's the code? Somebody tell me the code. I can't find it. Take 25. Thank you. I was thinking about you because you use just the little basic, and there's nothing wrong with that. They are amazing. The products you create are wonderful, and you're perfectly happy with the hooks you use. I can't use those thin hooks anymore. They just hurt my hands so badly that I just can't use it. All right, somehow I got 2 of them in my cart when I only wanted 1. So I got to figure out how to fix that. How do you like your wooden one, Bonnie? I'm trying to find a summary here. I really do like the wooden ones. I go to the acrylic though. I on first touch, I go to the acrylic unless I happen to not have. Yeah. And you're fine. And that's perfectly fine because you're, as long as it works for you. For me, the first couple of them were kind of a treat for me, just kind of something special. And then when I realized how much they helped my hands, there's no way I could use the other kind anymore. I cannot get this to give me a subtotal. Not a subtotal. I need to go to my cart so I can remove one of the items, because when I go to my cart, it shows there's nothing in there. But when I go to checkout, it shows I have 3, and I can't get, see, it shows my cart is empty, but there's 3 of them in there. I wonder, I'm sure they're just overwhelmed with all of this. So Darla, do you use a specific brand or just whatever you pick up? This isn't working for me. There's the, hey, Peppermint Stitches. Yeah, I'm on the checkout button. It's giving me my discount, but I cannot get 2. See, it's showing 2 of them in there, and there's no way I can access that to change it to get one of them out. Wow, that's a good deal. We have to play with it. So what do we got coming up? Monday Night Bingo is going to be wonderful. Super excited about that. I am not sure on my guest for Tuesday. Those of you that were with me for bingo last night, there is a, don't want to say mix up. There's a change in plans in who I had as my guest for next week. And so I have not, I think I'm going to have a different person from that same group, but it's not set yet. So I don't want to say anything. We'll have somebody. Worst case, you'll have me. And we can just visit. Peppermint, we had the most amazing visit with Pam from Furls Crochet, and she presented to us, yeah, that's what I was thinking. She presented to us a brand new hook that is being released today. I am going to jump. Yeah. Oh, you did. So you liked it. You just don't have any of them. I watched that when the traveling hook went around. I watched that, and that was really a cool set of videos. I enjoyed that a lot. I'm going to go to my tablet and see if I get a better connection with the tablet than I did with my little phone. There's Dana's connection for her. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I get so many. Mary Maxim's having this. Everybody's having a sale. Everybody. There we are. Pam from Furls. Oh, they're even prettier on the big screen. Oh my gosh. So pretty. So pretty. Okay. It says it's still available. So we are going to start over. All right. One of those. And we'll just get the biggest one and the littlest one. How would that be? One of those. One of those. Okay. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Shopping. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And it doesn't take a long time when you order these things. It does not take a long time for them to get here. So that's the fun too. Take 25. Apply. Now it's only putting one of them in my cart. I am really struggling today. Do we have it? Do we have it? Add to cart. That's how I ended up with 2 of them last time, because I hit add to cart more than once. Oh, I hear Miss Morgan getting up. Yes, the big special discount is for the release of the brand new Sagittarius hook, which was just released this morning while we were talking. It's a beautiful purpley, goldy, it's still showing only one hook. I either get 3 or 1, no in between on this. Go Go back. I'm sure their system is just slammed. Add to cart. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go out and start over again. You like the boy? Okay. Yeah, it's and I have the boy hooks. I have the Susan Bates. I have Clovers. I have, what's the one, Omni, that you get on off of the internet, or not the internet, from Amazon. They've got the Omni hooks. Those are great hooks too. I really like those as well. I like, what is that one? It's a German Fry. I like the Fry hooks. All right. All right, my cart says I have 2 things in it, even when I close it and open it again, which that's nice. It keeps the stuff in your cart, but it will not tell me what 2 items are in it. I go to checkout, show my order. I did it. I did it. I've got one of each of the 2 sizes that I want. Okay, apply code. Take 25. Apply. Ooh. See, the Crochet Foundry magazines are $8. And when you get this in your cart, it gives you, and the needle cases, those needle cases are only $12, you guys. They're so pretty. I've got both of them already. Wow, what a good price. What a good price. Okay, pay. Yay! Did it. Okay. Now I can pay attention to you guys again. Instead of you watching me shop. Oh, it's sending me a message. Where's the message going to be? Got my code. Get my code. Where's my code? Okay, got my code. That's really great that they offered that big of a discount. Because you know, how many times have you seen something wonderful like that and it's a 10% discount? 25% off on a new product like that is a really good discount. That's significant. Yeah. So pleased with that. Okay. So I have something coming that's going to go in my Christmas stocking. Yeah. Very nice. Very, very nice. So that was Peppermint. That was the big thing that happened today, is she showed us the brand new hook. And if you're not already one of their email people, then it'll be on sale Friday. It'll be the same discount, 25% off on Friday for the new hook. She also told us on Friday, 25% off everything on the website. And the past Crochet Foundry magazines are going to be discounted. She did not say how much, but she said we got a wink and a nod on that. So definitely have that. And what else? What else did she tell us? They're coming out with new yarn. I think she said they're coming out with new yarn. I think she said they're coming out with a giant crochet hook probably next year. They are coming out with good, Ola. Yeah, but you did it without fumbling in front of everybody. So you got to fumble in the privacy of your own home instead of everybody watching you fumble around. But yeah, sounds like hitting up on their Friday is going to be very important. Yeah, I'm interested in some of the older magazines. I just really like, I like their magazines because they are well done. The patterns are well written. They are, they've been tested, and you're not going to find a bunch of mistakes. They're easy to understand. And if you get stuck, you can literally call their customer service and somebody there will help you. Yeah. So it's great. And I love the 90-day warranty. So if you have not used the hooks before and you want to try one, or maybe you buy one as a gift for somebody and they're just like, not my thing. In fact, that happened to me. Not exactly that. I had gotten one of their hooks as a secret pal present at work, and I had no idea who gave it to me. And I already had that exact color and that exact size. And silly me thought I didn't need, multiples at that time. And so I contacted them, and they let me switch it out for a different size. And so that worked out wonderfully. It really did work out wonderfully. I've never had a problem with them. Now, and I didn't bring it up during the show. I thought about it. I hemmed and hawed, and I decided not to mention it. Something you need to know. You can buy Furls Crochet hooks on other websites. I've seen them on Amazon. I have seen them on, I want to say Mary Maxim. They're a couple dollars cheaper. The warranty does not apply. If you save that $2 or $3 by buying somewhere else, the warranty is not the same. They are only then warranted through the company you bought them from. Either Mary Maxim or, Amazon has a little warranty type thing. But their lifetime warranty is not in effect if you buy your hook from a third-party vendor, basically. And I think Odyssey hooks, no. Odyssey hooks discontinued. And for me, it's well worth the extra $1 or $2. And honestly, by the time I pay shipping at Mary Maxim or catch one of the sales they have sales all the time. But by the time I catch one of the sales on there, it's more to go through a third party anyway. Okay, let's take a look. Somebody's telling me they don't have the Odysseys anymore. Maybe I'm using the wrong term. Because let's go to crochet hooks, Streamline. No, they've got tons of Odyssey hooks. Certain colors get discontinued, Peppermint. Yeah, there's a ton of them. There's certain ones that are sold out. Look at that emerald and nickel. Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, there's tons of them. Yeah, they're just coming up with new colors all the time. Yeah, they're so beautiful. Sold out, sold out, sold out. Yeah. The colors are being sold out. And I remember for a minute they had ones with gold. Remember they had the gold heads on them? So beautiful. They didn't last very long either. They sold those out really, really quick. I didn't get on there quick enough to get. They had some beautiful, beautiful. We'll see you later, Bonnie. Thanks so much for coming in. I'm glad you guys got to hit the sale and see all the beautiful. Oh, and wasn't that sweater she showed us? That must be in one of the new magazines. Yeah, the gold tipped ones are so pretty. But that must be in the new magazine too. Oh, I don't know, Laura. I didn't. Same thing though. They're going to warranty it. They're going to warranty it if that's a problem. Yeah, I think the new magazine is probably where that sweater came from. So we'll be looking out for that. And she said Friday for the people who are subscribed to it. And it'll be about a week later if you're not subscribed to the magazine in order to get the new one. Yeah. So, wow. Okay, guys. We are at 2 hours. That was so much fun. Make sure you keep a watch on who we're going to have as our guest next week. I'm trying to figure something out. We had a little switcheroo last night in the middle of bingo. I got an email that the person wasn't going to work out. So I need to make a phone call and see if I can get something straightened out there. So as of right now, we have a surprise guest next week, and we will see you guys at bingo, if not before. We'll talk to you later. Thank you all so very much. Bye-bye.